Today I've got my LEGO City update for July 2024, and we've got some pretty decent sized updates for the LEGO City for this month, considering I haven't actually been able to get a lot of projects done for this year, at least as many as I'd hoped for 2024. But I've finally been able to get around to a lot of my major plans getting started, and one of my big ones will hopefully be done by my August city update, which might be getting a two-part city update, one at the start of the month and one at the end of the month, due to a vacation for the first week, but the main thing actually coming in at the main start of the month. And so that's going to be real fun, but there's no real major change with the modular buildings other than I did move around quite a few of the buildings just because I was tired of the placements for a lot of them. So I did shift the Boutique Hotel, my city square, the Natural History Museum, police station, the jazz club temporarily. Assembly Square is going to be moved in a little bit, and my detective's office is still needing a final spot because I'm going to be moving Assembly Square to the front here. And the reason I've got the 2020 Forbidden Forest tree set, which I modified slightly, just placed here, is because I actually figured out that this will actually work as the center to my custom city square, which is actually the size of an 8x8 plate. So putting this on a green plate on the bottom, which sure, that'll close off the actual tree, but I like the detail of the small tree, and I think that'll add something a little bit different for my city square. So I think I'm going to move the fountain somewhere else in the city, just because there's already a fountain with Assembly Square, so I want to change up my custom city square a little bit. And I think the tree from the Forbidden Forest set, if I modify it a little bit, will be just what I need for that. And Grop is going to be over in the forest area, so I just kind of temporarily just plopped him over there. And then we are going to do a final parts order before leaving on vacation to finish the bank off with the windows and the 2x4 or the 1x4 sloped bricks to finish off the roof of the bank, which will be great to have those on the way. Which, I mean, I could just steal the ones from my pet store and just wreck the roof on that, but I really don't want to do that, so I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna order more parts. So just gonna say the heck with the Spider-Man bust, which I think I'm gonna retire at the end of this year, which really sucks for that because I wanted to get that set and finish off my shelves. But if I go for the parts for this year, I am not going to be able to get that unless it holds out for another year, or I drop my rewards points, which I'm kind of wanting to go for the Gotham Skyline set and the Alpine Lodge, which I know the Alpine Lodge's got another year on it, thankfully. But yeah, that's kind of the pickle that I'm in right now. The rest of the downtown is still kind of a mess. I am needing to see what I've got for light gray tiles and plates to start on this half corner so that I can do the Avengers Tower at some point, which will go right here as planned. And then I will be adding in the one new Batman villain that I got from the recent haul, which was completely unexpected. I was actually only originally going for parts to work on the clock tower, which we're going to be doing those parts in with the parts to finish off the bank. We're going to just figure out what parts we need to finish off the clock tower as well, because I've got enough to raise the clock tower as high as I need it to be. And so I'm thinking we just figure out what we need for the roof parts for the clock tower, and we do those along with the bank. Finishes off my two main mock projects that I kind of wanted pretty much from day one, since I knew I was never going to get the town hall or the brick bank. And it's like, I've never been really crazy for putting in a town hall in my Lego city, mainly because my town doesn't really have a town hall in it per se, so it's like I just I'm loosely basing my Lego city off my own personal hometown. And one thing they don't have is a town hall. So it's like, that's one thing my city's is not gonna have. And so the main place for minifigs to go for things is gonna be the police station in the city. So I think that'll be the main thing for my city in the future. I would have loved to expand this to a full base plate, like the police station itself, and then separate off the donut shop. The newsstand being on the base plate is fine, just because that is a part of the police station. But the donut shop is a separate building. So that was just a little nitpicky gripe that I've always had with the set. But overall, not a lot of big changes for this month, other than finally building that Harry Potter set that's been in my backlog for about 4 years, which I'm really happy it's finally done. And I just need to do a lot of cleaning around the city. Just haven't gotten around to it, and just haven't had a ton of time. And so really hoping that I can set some time to actually go through and clean parts of the city, as well as fit in the tree from the Forbidden Forest in the future here. And then I did start on one of my main small projects for next year, which I think I've got most of the parts for it in hand, other than I knew I needed to order those gray stair pieces, which this is a project that I've wanted to do for a very long time. Was actually basically making a modern version of the 2010 Lego City train station set, which was the train station set that I always wanted as a kid. So I figured take the best element from that set and just use it on a modern train station. So that's what I basically am doing here with pieces that I have from my own collection. So the only things I've had to order so far were those 4 gray stair pieces. So that's so far the little update that I got on that mock, and I am going to have to do some major changes to what I got so far. But so far, I am pretty satisfied with it, and so really liking how that's turning out, and I can't wait for that to be finished, because just the detail for that is going to make it look a lot different from the 2014 train station, which is on the other end of the layout. So really happy with that. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because there will be more in the future.